up everybody, Luster here. Today we're still on the West Coast Main Line, still on the Trent Valley part of the West Coast Main Line today, here at Tamworth. Can't wait for the action we'll see. The train is just in front of me, is a doubled up London North Western Railway Class 730 of 7:32:19, and it's rear. They're ready to go for London Euston. Thank you. And 7:32:29 comes up goods on the rear on this London North Western Railway Class 730. And yes, we are here at Tamworth today, which is on the West Coast Main Line, specifically the Trent Valley part of the West Coast Main Line, and also the cross country route, as this is another station with high and low level platforms like Lichfield, Trent Valley. But yes, today here at Tamworth you'll be seeing services by London North Western Railway, Avanti West Coast and Cross Country, with Cross Country being on the high and then London North Western and Avanti on the low. So yes, I can't wait for some of the action we're going to get here at Tamworth. And yes, that's enough yapping from me. It's basically just to say it's the same as Lichfield Trent Valley, but bigger, and you also get through services on high level platforms, terminating services. I wasn't actually planning on filming here at Tamworth today. I was not planning on filming here at all. I only came here because I had enough time, because I was actually going to save this station for another day, but well, I had time, so I thought, why not take the opportunity to film at Tamworth, since I did have the opportunity after all to film here. Although I was going to film here another day, when I film at other stations, but yeah, that's all for Tamworth really. But instead of yapping, we shall see what are the trains, what are the action, we shall see here at Tamworth. I shall see you all when the next train comes, everyone, either on high or low level platform. Now arriving in onto the high level is going to be the 1603 cross country service to Cardiff Central from Nottingham with the Class 170 Turbo Star. Yes, this is an unrefurbished unit and it is 176.19. £176.19 arrives into Tamworth now with the 1603 cross-country service to Cardiff Central from Nottingham. And this unrefurbished Turbo Star arrives into Tamworth now. She's all when this service departs. Now getting ready to depart is going to be the 1603 cross-country service to Cardiff Central with 176.19. As soon as the guard locks up, as I heard some dispatching whistles, interlock lights are off, and here we go. And then arriving in over here is refurbished 170-103. Yippee! A refurbished cross country unit. And it is all specifically the Pride train as well, 170-103, which arrives in with the 1606 cross country service to Nottingham via Derby, which came from Cardiff Central. As this cross country turbo star arrives into Tamworth now, I shall see it all when this service departs. Now departing is going to be the 1606 cross country service to Nottingham from Cardiff Central, 170-103. 170-103 departs Tamworth now with the 1606 cross country service to Nottingham from Cardiff Central. As that turbo star heads up the cross country route to its next stop at Burton-on-Trent. I shall see you all when the next train comes here at Tamworth. Now arriving in is going to be the 1608 London North Western Railway service to Crewe via Stafford with another class 730. 730-232 at the front. And 730-211 at the rear. These double pairing the London North Western Railway Class 730s arrive into Tamworth now with the 1608 London North Western Railway service to Crewe via Stafford with a double Class 730-2. And as this London North Western 730 arrives in now, I'm probably going to mention that this place will probably be where I'll mostly do the filming. But yes, yeah, I'll probably film here for most of today's film here at Tamworth, primarily because it's easier. But I am going to head down there to see this go. But yeah, I'll see you all when this double London North Western Railway Class 730 departs. Now departing is going to be the 1608 London North Western Railway service to Crewe. Seven 232 and 211 depart Tamworth now with the 1608 London North Western Railway service to Crewe from London Euston. And as them two double-headed Class 730s depart Tamworth now, I can also see a train passing through up there. It sounds like a freight train to me. But yes, as that double-headed London North Western Railway adventure departs Tamworth now, to head up north of the West Coast Main Line. I shall see you all when the next train comes here at Tamworth on the West Coast Main Line and also the cross-country route. And I am probably going to get back up to my hotspot, I'm going to call, for filming at this station, which is just up there. Well, the beginning of the staircase, because it's actually easier to catch both trains on both platforms. You can see both West Coast Main Line and cross-country route trains. So yeah, no more yapping. I'll see you all when the next train comes. Now passing through on the bottom is going to be an Avanti Pendolino. $390.50 doing the 1616 Avanti West Coast service from Glasgow Central to London Euston, doing that non-stop express. between Warrington and London, the super fast I call it. But as that Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino zooms down to its next and final stop at London Euston, I shall see us all when the next train comes here at Tamworth. Now arriving in is going to be the 1619 cross country service to Leeds from Exeter St David's with a double cross country Voyager. Can also hear an Avanti Pendolino passing through in the bottom, probably in from London to Manchester. Anyways, we've got 220.011 at the front. And 220.012 at the rear. And as this double cross country 220 Voyager arrives into Tamworth now, I shall see all when this service departs. Now departing is going to be the 1619 cross country service to Leeds from Exeter St David's with a double cross country Voyager. Two 220.011 and 012 doing the business. Ready for the big rumble. That's probably my same for Voyagers now. Anyways, 220 blah blah blah, I forgot the parts for Leeds, and then down here on platform number 2 is going to be the 1621 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston from Liverpool Lime Street with an Avanti Evero, and it is 807.002. Anyways, 807.002 departs Tamworth now with the 1621 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston from Liverpool Lime Street, departing for its next and final stop at London Euston. And as that Evero heads out of Tamworth, I shall see you all when the next train comes here at Tamworth. Didn't see an Evero there. Came to my surprise when I did catch one. Now passing through down here. There's a freight class 66. Unfortunately, I can't give you the numbers because I wasn't paying attention too much. Well, yes, we got a freight class 66 going through Tamworth on the low level, heading up north off the West Coast main line now. And as that passes through Tamworth now, I shall see you all when the next train comes, which is coming through right now. Was on that Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino, and Avanti being Avanti, 20 minutes late. passes through the 1606 Avanti West Coast service from Manchester Piccadilly to London Euston. Avanti being Avanti, always delaying their trains, delayed by 20 minutes. The delayed 1606 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston from Manchester Piccadilly. And as that 390 heads down south of the West Coast main line now, I shall see us all when the next train comes here at Tamworth. Arriving in over here is 170-107 for cross country, with the 1627 cross country service to Nottingham from Birmingham New Street. And as this cross country Voyager Turbo Star arrives into Tamworth now, I shall see it all when this service departs. Now departing is going to be the 1627 cross country service to Nottingham, 170-107. Depart to Tamworth now with the 1628 cross country service to Nottingham from Birmingham New Street, 170-107, and as that cross country Turbo Star heads up north the cross country route now to his next stop at Burton-on-Trent. I shall see you all when the next train comes here at Tamworth. Now passing through on the low is another Freight Class 66 shed. Another freight. Here's another Freight Class 66 passing through south of the West Coast main line this time, which is passed through with the 1630 service. And as that Freight Class 66 heads down, off and away, I shall see you all when the next train comes. Now arriving in onto platform 4 is going to be the 1632 cross country service to Birmingham New Street from Nottingham, calling at Wilmcote then Birmingham New Street. And it looks like an unrefurbished unit. So we have 170-636. Anyways, this cross country class 170 arrives into Tamworth now with the 1632 cross country service to Birmingham New Street from Nottingham. And as this now arrives in, I shall catch us all when this service departs. Now departing from the 1632 cross country service to Birmingham New Street, 170-636. And then I can also see an Avanti West Coast doubled up Class 805 passing on the low from Holyhead to London Euston with the 1633 service. Whereas this cross-country Turbo Star heads down south to cross-country route now. I shall see you all when the next train comes, everyone. We've come down on the low for some action now because there's apparently only one train scheduled for the top. So I've decided to come down to the lower West Coast Main Line platforms, specifically platform 1, because I've not been on this one yet to catch some more action, but get ready to pass through down. There's going to probably be another Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino. With a great turn off the driver as well, thank you very much. Lady Godiva 390.039 passes through Tamworth now with the 1637 Avanti West Coast service from London Euston to Manchester Piccadilly via Stoke-on-Trent. And as that heads up north the West Coast Main Line, presumably to its next stop on Stoke-on-Trent. I shall see us all when the next train comes here at Tamworth. Now passing through is going to be another Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino. Couldn't get the numbers on that Pendolino, but that passed through with the 1639 Avanti West Coast service to Glasgow Central from London Euston, doing the express. Yeah, noted. But it's started up north of the West Coast Main Line through to the next stop of Warrington Mankey. I shall catch us all when the next train comes here at Tamworth on both the West Coast Main Line and the cross country route. Now arriving in is going to be the 1652 cross country service to Exeter St David's from Leeds with another cross country voyager. We've got 221135. Yay! There's also a free class 66 passing on below. Anyways, 221135 arrives into Tamworth now with the 1652 cross-country service to Exeter St David's from Leeds. And this cross-country voyager arrives in now. We'll either see when this departs or when next train on the West Coast Main Line comes. Now departing is going to be the 1652 cross-country service to Exeter St David's from Leeds with this cross-country 221. Anyways, 221135 departs Tamworth now with the 1652 cross-country service to Exeter St David's from Leeds, and as that heads off now, arriving in down there is a London North Western Railway Class 730, 73208 in its rear. This will be our final train of today, so I'll go down there and see it off when this goes. Now departing is going to be our final train of today, which will be the 1656 London North Western Railway service to London Euston from Crewe. 73208 at the front. And 73226 at the rear, with again the rear of the train being completely empty. But yes, as this London North Western Railway Class 730 departs Tamworth now at the 16:56. London North Western Railway service to London Euston from Crewe. I shall conclude today's video here at Tamworth. An unexpected film here at Tamworth. I was not planning on filming here one bit. I was saving this station for another day, but anyhow. If you all enjoyed, like and subscribe as always, as it would help out for me in the channel. Not going to keep you around for too long though. It's the normal station. You do get quite a good lot of action here, although some services I didn't see because of you know what. But anyways, as for me here at Tamworth on the West Coast Main Line and across City Line. Now that's Lichfield. Cross Country route. I shall see you all in the next one. Peace out. With the 1440 West Coast service to London Euston